Hello, it's Jeanette with G Amazing Paper Crafts coming to you with another video tutorial. Thank you for joining me. Today's tutorial is this little card. It's kind of a fun card that I put together, and I already recorded how I put this card together. But anyway, it's a very simple design, but in this video I want to show you another way that you can apply your adhesive to your intricate dies using a technique that I kind of discovered accidentally. So I'm going to be showing this card to you and how I put it together in just 1 second. Thank you. So we're going to work on our top layer card first, and for that you're going to need a piece of a very vanilla cardstock that measures 3 3/4 inch by 3 inches, and also a small piece of DSP, and this is taken from the where is this? Okay, I'll this out. This is from the Playful Palettes Designer Series paper stack. All these gorgeous colors, and I think there's about 3 of the brand new colors that were introduced in our annual catalog in June. So this is a little piece from them and from that stack, and that measures 3 3/4 by 2 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scotch tape them on the back so that they could work like one piece. And this is going to be my top layer. Okay, I just got this little piece of scotch tape here, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Playful palette washi tape. Look at this beautiful tape, and it all matches the Playful palette stack. Look, some of these, isn't that gorgeous? Look at how fun these papers are, and the tape. You could just come up with so many pretty designs using this washi tape. But I'm going to use the darkest one here, and I am just going to put it right there at the seam of where the very vanilla stops. Okay, I'm just going to get out my paper snips, and I'm going to just cut the edge right there. Okay. All right. Now comes the part where I'm decorating with the stripes. Okay. Now I have excuse me, I have a Thinlits die set called Flourish Thinlits, and of course my last video I showed you how I put adhesive on the paper with some tear and tape so that you could make this sticky. Well, I found also another way in case you don't want to use your tear and tape that way, and it's really simple. So what you're going to do is you're just going to cut it out like normal, and you're going to take out all of the insides till you have this piece right here. Okay, let me move this aside. So I'm done with the die. I'm going to put it back. I've got my die cutted, my piece cut out with that die. And now I want to put some adhesive on here. So I could go ahead and use some of the liquid glue, but I gotta tell you, sometimes that liquid glue tends to ooze out because these little pieces here, they're so thin. So I've discovered a way to apply the glue using some press and seal. Okay, now I'm going to bring a little piece of press and seal, and this is what the package looks like. Okay, I got an idea from Jennifer McGuire, who is one of my favorite YouTube stars, and her husband was instrumental in inventing this stuff. So that's kind of cool that we know somebody like that. But anyway, I am going to have the sticky side of this up, and I'm just using a little piece of it here. Okay. Now I'm going to place this die cut piece on the part where I want the sticky glue on this side. So basically you're going to have a really nice smooth side here that you want to put on your card. Flip that over so that you can apply the glue. All right, and I'm not going to put glue on here. I'm going to put a tape runner, but I'm not going to use snail. I have found that snail adhesive is a little too aggressive for this. So what I have found that works pretty well is just some of the inexpensive, less aggressive Scotch tape runner, and I picked this up at Walmart, and it works really well on here, and this is the reason why I like using it. I am just going to go ahead and run a few, like maybe just 3. That's really kind of all you need. Okay, and so what I liked about doing it this way is that all of the glue or all of the tape that is in between the spaces that are, you know, there's no paper, that's going to stay on the press and seal. So when I peel this up, I have no glue in between the spots, in between these little spaces here. Okay, it's all on the back, ready for me to apply to my card. Okay, isn't that cool? So yeah, you've got some sticky here. Okay, it's now sticky with some of the excess glue, but that glue stayed on the press and seal. And like I said, if you use snail, it may not work as well because snail is just a little bit too aggressive. Just use some inexpensive running tape and you'll be fine. Okay, so let's finish this card up. And like I say, I'm kind of designing this as I go along because I haven't really finished the card yet. And I see that I've dropped a piece of my flower. All right, here we go. Now, also another tip that I've discovered is that when you get a card, when you get a stamp set from Stampin' Up, you're going to get this label, and it's going to be on sheets, on this one sheet, and that sheet has some shining spots on this side here. You can actually see it because it's reflecting. Well, you can temporarily adhere your pieces on here and then pull them off when you get ready. So I'm kind of trying to play around with where I want my pieces, and I want four of them coming down. And what's going to help me measure is I'm going to be cutting off some of these little circles here. So let me get started by, let's see, I think I'm going to put this one on the outside, and I'm going to just try to find the middle here of my paper, and I think that's here. Using the grid line on the paper, on this grid paper, using that darker line, I'm trying to find the middle, and I think that's about right here. Now I'm not going to put it in the middle. I'm going to just like bring it over, probably about 3/8 of an inch, and I am going to cut this off right here. Put that back on there because I could still use it for another card. Bring it in about maybe 3/8 of an inch from the top, or maybe about 1/4 of an inch. I say about 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to come all the way down. Now let me do it straight. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, now the next one I'm going to do is just going to be a little shorter. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off. Instead of the 4 circles I have, I'm going to do 3 circles. Okay, just to be just a little whimsical. And I'm going to, well, before I do that, let me measure the other side, which I'm going to do in the Blushing Bride. Okay, so this is Sweet Sugar Plum, and then the green is the Emerald Envy, and the peachy color is okay, Peekaboo Peach. All these colors I got to memorize. Not good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this 3, just like the Peekaboo Peach, because I want to kind of do like a up, down, up, down. All right, and I'm going to go in about right here with my design here. And then I'm going to take the, what's the next color I'm using? Peekaboo Peach here. I've already cut it, so I'm going to try to maneuver it so that it's kind of in the middle. And like I say, if I lay this down, it's not going to adhere until I lay it down, until I press it down, because like I say, this adhesive is not real aggressive. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my Emerald Envy piece, and I'm going to put it right here. And I kind of just want to make sure that the spacing is, pretty good with the middle of the card. Oh, actually, that's the middle right there. Okay. And to the edge Okay, and you kind of get what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to make it like up, down, up, down. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my little flowers here. Now these flowers I punched out with the Sweet Sugar Plum, okay, and then the Emerald Envy, okay, and then, I'm not Emerald Envy, this is Peekaboo Peach, then the Emerald Envy, and then the Blushing Bride. And that's all the colors that's in this DSP right here. And so before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder, and I'm just going to curl I think I'm going to curl these upward, okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put them on here with glue dots. Okay, let me do this. I like the control I get with the paper piercing tool here. So I can put that glue dot right in the center, and we are going to just put it like that, okay? And I'm going to take this one here in the Peekaboo Peach, and by the way, I know I didn't mention it yet, but I used the Petite Petals, and I used this design right here, and I stamped it first with the color so that it could be a tone on tone, okay, and then I punched it out with the Petite Petals punch, okay. That's how I did the flowers. All right, so let me get another glue dot for the rest of this here, and I'm going to put that one here, and then we're going to curl this up. This is the Emerald Envy. Grab a glue dot. Putting this one here. Okay. And then one more. We've got the Blushing Bride. Oops. I need to curl these up a little bit before I do that. Before I put the glue dot on it. Makes it a little easier. Sorry about that. Anyway. And then we're going to put that one right up here. Okay. So it just kind of makes it a little bit whimsical. And now this is a very simple design, and this video was more about how I did the adhesive than it is about this design. But I just love these colors, and I love the way this card comes together. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of these enamel. They're called enamel shapes. Okay, and they're so cute and they're so pretty, and I don't have one for Blushing Bride, so I am just going to go ahead and use, well, here's the Sweet Sugar Plum. I'm going to take one out, and I have never used these before, so I'm going to take one out and put it right in the middle of Sweet Sugar Plum. Okay, and then I'm going to take the Peekaboo Peach, and I'm going to take one out, and I'm going to put this one right in here, and it kind of is a really shiny enamel dot. I really like the shine on these. Okay, we're going to put one here. Now, because I don't have the Blushing Bride, and it does come in Blushing Bride, you can get the Subtles set. This is just the in color for 2016 through 2018 colors, and that's all I did. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one here. And this one is called Flirty Flamingo, and it really doesn't look that bad on the Blushing Bride. Okay, so we're done with those. Now you can throw enamel dots all over the place if you want to on this card, but I just decided just to put them on the flowers. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and adhere it to a piece of black cardstock. And I'm just going to very gently take it to the back. And now I will use, if I can find it, well, let me just use my fast fuse here. I'm going to use some fast fuse to adhere this. Let me get that started here. Okay, I'm just going to put it on the corners here. Okay. All right, and now this is cut. This black piece is cut 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, and that is just 1/8 of that, so that I can get a 1/8 inch border all the way around this card. I think. Huh? And that's the one thing about Fast Fuse. It is very strong adhesive, and you have to be very, very good at lining things up when you lay this down. Okay, I think that's good enough. And then I'm going to go ahead and layer this on my base card, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored this at 4.25 using my bone folder to make sure that fold is really good. Now you could actually make this a tent folding card. I was going to do that, but then I decided not to do that at the last minute and just make it a regular card, a regular book folding card. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more Fast Fuse just here on the corners. Now you could use dimensional glue dots to raise this up. I'm just going to put a little bit on the side. Okay, I am going to try to get this lined up the best I can, because this is not my favorite part of card making, to line things up, only because I have such shaky hands. Okay, now what I have also done is I have made a tag here that says thinking of you, and you could make this card into anything just by adding the sentiment. And how I made this sentiment is I punched the black out of I didn't punch actually, because we no longer carry a scallop punch. In fact, let me show you. This was our scallop punch before, and it's just a little bit bigger, and there was only just one size. Okay, so I think you get more bang for your buck when you buy the layering ovals, because you can, there's so many different combinations that you can use and for layering your tags and your labels here. So I use the smallest of the scallop and the smallest of just the regular oval that doesn't have the scallop. And for the sentiment, I took this sentiment, thinking of you, from Wetlands, and I just used some adhesive, and I think what I will do is pop these up with dimensional glue dots, Stampin' Dimensionals, excuse me. I know what these are called, and I'm just going to put 2 on here just to give this card a little bit of dimension. Okay. And take these off, and let's get this right in the center here. That's not too bad, and I could have gone with a bigger sentiment too. You can, decorate your card any way you want to, but I just absolutely love this die. It's one of my favorite dies. The minute I saw it in the catalog, I said, that's mine, I have to have it. And it was one of the first dies I was purchased when it became available. So there's a lot of different other designs that you can do with this die set. It's just a wonderful die set, and I hope that you'll try that die set, because you can do so much more. Okay, so anyway, this is my card. And of course it doesn't look really all that neat because I was kind of in a hurry, but I hope that I've shown you some new ways to decorate and new ways to apply adhesive, especially on your intricate dies. It really does work well. This is adhered pretty good, and I think it'll go in the mail pretty good. I don't think you're going to need any extra postage because it really isn't that thick, even with the enamel dots and the dimensionals. Okay, so anyway, if you need any of these supplies and the tools that I used in this video, please go to my website at www.geoamazingpapercrafts.stampinup.net, and I'd be happy to help you out. If you don't already have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And if you'd like to join my team, just give me an email and I'll show you how. Okay, so once again, I'm Jeanette with Geoamazing Paper Crafts, and you make it a great day. Bye bye.